Hello, this is Dr. Matt Springer, Wildlife Extension Specialist for the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about how you can be bear wise in eastern Kentucky. Black bears have grown in population number over the last decade or two in Kentucky and will continue to do so at this current time. What this means for you is we have to be a little bit smarter about how we can behave to make it less likely to have a bear issue where you live or where you are active.
Kentucky's black bear, the largest native omnivore to the state, was once very abundant throughout the Commonwealth. However, overhunting and loss of habitat depleted the populations. Last few decades have seen strong growth in their numbers, and therefore we are starting to see a lot more human-wildlife interactions that are both positive and negative. Bears thrive in the hardwood forests abundant through eastern Kentucky, utilizing both mature forested stands all the way down to early successional forested stands to meet their food and cover needs to survive. Vegetation, insects, and mast are primary food items for these animals. Things like acorns and previously American chestnuts were main portions of their diet. In summer, things like berries and insects make up majority of it. Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources intensely manages their population, consistently monitoring their health, reproduction, and movement of the animals in the state. One of the main goals of the agency is to reduce bear-human conflicts. The best way to do that is to make you bear-wise or bear-aware. Look for signs of bear in the area like scat, scratchings on trees, or tracks left in or around where you live or are active. Remember that bear's closest relative is a raccoon, so anything you can imagine a raccoon getting into is a good possibility a bear can also do that. So we want to make you more bear wise here in Kentucky. There's basically 6 easy steps to follow for your residents. First and foremost, we never ever want to feed or approach a bear. This causes them to be less afraid of humans in the long run and potentially increases the chances of having a conflict. The next steps are really based on our own behavior. We can do things like secure our food, garbage, or recycling and make sure we put it out so it's picked up relatively quickly so bears have a low likelihood of finding it and getting into it. If you feed wildlife like birds, do so only in the winter when bears are less active. If you are feeding when bears are active, be on the lookout for bears and remove the food source before bears find it. Thoroughly clean your grill to make sure that the smells of food or any food scraps are removed from the area around your residence. When feeding pets or livestock outside, make sure you securely lock up any of the food that you use to feed them. This food will attract bears and or raccoons to the area and cause a problem, potentially, for your pets or your residents. These behaviors will help keep your residents safe from bears. There's also guidelines on how to keep yourself safe while active outdoors in areas with bears. Please refer to bearwise.org for that information.
Now, remember this information will go a long way in helping reduce the possibility of having issues with bears this winter and also next spring. Remember that these small steps will help to go a long way in both protecting yourself, your property, and the bears. A fed bear is a dead bear, and we want you to take every step possible to becoming bear wise in Kentucky.